It's recording.
Okay, good.
And hopefully it's charged too.
Yeah, nice.
I'm going to call Palo Alto ground.
Right.
715 Mike Tango. Taxi.
Yep.
Runway 31 for left. Dumbarton departure. Is it Dumb or Dunbarton?
Dumb.
Dumbarton. For left Dumbarton departure.
And what's the last thing you have to tell them?
With information, Sierra.
All right, let's do it.
It's sure quiet on this frequency.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm on the right one. Ground 125. 125 is green, and we got COM 2. Oh, shoot. I got to do 715 Mike Tango.
The ground.
New
Comanche 89
new parking area.
Yankee, Hotel 16. We have Sierra. Right Dumbarton, please. Correction, right crosswind.
Comanche 8934 Yankee, Palo Alto ground, runway 31, taxi at discretion.
Left turn to 3134 Yankee.
Clear. Palo Alto ground 715 Mike Tango.
Wait. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's two buttons here. This one with the the mic button is this one down here. This is the autopilot button right here.
Oh,
so
they changed it here.
Yeah, down there. There you go. That's when you push for mic.
And this is another autopilot button?
That's autopilot disconnect. This is another button that's for autopilot called control wheel steering, and that we don't tend to use.
And the other one didn't have that button.
The ground.
No, that's right.
90901.
I could tell because I was here, just the way I was hearing the radio.
Really?
Yeah. It's a common mistake.
90901 Lima, Palo Alto ground, runway 31, suggest our taxi via Zulu, and hold at the dash line, and I'll have to give you a new squawk.
Taxi to the dash line, 901 Lima.
Do I need to wait for his squawk? Palo Alto ground 715 Mike Tango at new parking area. Taxi runway 31 for left Dumbarton departure with information Sierra.
715 Mike Tango, Palo Alto ground, runway 31, suggest the terminal side.
What happened?
Taxi runway 31, terminal side.
Taxi runway 31, terminal side. 715 Mike Tango.
All right. That's what he said. He said suggest. He says taxi runway 31.
901 Lima.
Suggest terminal side is what he said.
And you can contact
suggest,
tower
okay.
118.6.
All right, let's go.
You can taxi the dashed.
Terminal side. Do I have to take it right here then?
Yeah, we'll go this way.
Get rid of this book for now.
Okay, watch your...
5367, 901 Lima.
Get your hand on the throttle. There you go.
And we'll continue to runway 31, 901 Lima.
Is that the Diamond Star the guy's next to over there?
What's that?
To the left, Diamond Star?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Do you like those or for training?
Yeah, it's a matter of personal taste. There's some nice things about it, but overall, it's not my number one plane to fly.
Terminal side, make it right?
That's correct.
I wonder how many of these Cirruses just sit here for months at a time. And the guy probably could have just gone in on like a timeshare on them.
I know, but it's still not the same as having your own. You know?
And I'm talking, but I go to my cabin once every year to go skiing.
All right, let's pick this one here. I don't know what that plane's doing over there, but he intends on coming through the run-up area then. Leave him room.
Okay, run-up checklist. Make sure I do all this. Fuel selectors on both. Trim set for takeoff. No red X's. Standby. Instruments. It's about 20 there. Autopilot, electric him past that one.
Oh, skip that one today.
Flight controls.
Yeah, you want to all the way and then all the way back. Just put them for the full range of motion so that you know that it's not binding, not making any strange noises, no interference with anything on people's laps up here. All right, good. And just want to make sure they move in the right direction also.
Mixture full rich. Engine 1800.
And Zero Mike Charlie is on Zulu for the terminal.
Planet 0 Mike Charlie, Palo Alto ground, taxi the ramp via Zulu and suggest the terminal side.
Zulu terminal side.
40, 50, 1790, 1780, back to both. Oil pressure green, temps coming up. Okay, then back to 900. I think we can go to tower from here.
Okay.
The KGO, enter on the 45, make right traffic, runway 31.
KGO 45, right traffic, 2 Alpha Mike.
Mooney 64 Golf, pull up 2, hold short, runway 31.
And tower, Mooney 64 Golf, we need to terminate back to Rotango.
Mooney 34 Golf, roger, contact ground.
64 Golf ground.
Yes.
I have Palo Alto Tower 715 Mike Tango ready for departure runway 31.
That's right.
Because he has everything else that
That's right.
he knows we have the weather and he knows we're
Zero
going
2
left.
Alpha Mike, enter midfield right downwind.
And he's going to come back with...
He'll say probably clear us for takeoff. Unless there's landing traffic. He'll either say pull up and hold short, line up and wait, or clear for takeoff.
Then I'll say clear for takeoff, 715 Mike Tango. Oh, sorry, runway 31, 715 Mike Tango.
There you go. Okay.
I always forget that runway number. And we're on, we were not on it, actually, are we? How do we get off of it?
On a what? Yeah, we're on there.
Is it 118.6?
Yeah, they're just quiet.
I just wanted to verify where I can find it now. 118.6 tower, okay.
Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, you can extend past the amphitheater, remain west of Moffitt's runways.
Remaining west of the runway, going past the amphitheater, 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
Palo Alto Tower 715 Mike Tango, ready for departure, runway 31.
Cessna 715 Mike Tango, Palo Alto Tower, pull up 2, hold short, runway 31, 3 arrival.
Hold short, runway 31, 715 Mike Tango.
3 arrivals. You know, it was so quiet. Now they got all these guys.
Is that what he said, 3 arrivals?
Tower 901 Lima, contact Moffett Tower 119.55.
119.55, 901 Lima.
There's one. Don't see 2. He may put you on ahead, so just keep an eye out. I mean, just get ready in case he says go.
Cirrus 2 Alpha Mike, follow Cessna over the amphitheater.
Wilco 2 Alpha Mike.
I bet he's going to let us go.
Do you know what that building is right there on the?
Yeah, it has something to do with.
Cirrus 2 Alpha Mike, start reducing speed, turn base at the amphitheater.
Base at the amphitheater 2 Alpha Mike, and we're at our approach speed.
Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, S-turns are approved to follow.
S-turns approved to follow. 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
Tower 54 Bravo, runway 31, taxi back via Zulu each time. This frequency advised termination.
Zulu each time with
One
you,
guy is kind of crowding the other.
Tower 5054 Bravo.
That's a big S-turn, if that's what that is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a really big S-turn. I'm comparing it to the ones that you did the other day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it was a Cirrus that was sitting here. And the guy was saying departure without delay, right? Or something like that.
Right.
Twin Comanche 34 Yankee, frequency change approved.
34 Yankee, thanks, Tim.
Rotate 55. 74 knot, climb VY.
Cessna 3 Zulu Kilo, no delay to the end, traffic short final.
No delay, 3 Zulu Kilo.
Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, go around, make right traffic.
Going around, making right traffic, 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
Okay.
All right, maybe we'll get on.
Yeah, it's clear now.
Cessna 5 Mike Tango, upwind Cessna is making right traffic, left Dumbarton, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 31, 715 Mike Tango.
Cirrus 2 Alpha Mike, runway 31, clear to land.
Clear to land, 2 Alpha
All
Mike.
right, a little less power. There you go.
Tower Coast Guard Helicopter 6545, currently 9 miles to the northeast at 900 feet. Request for transition your airspace across the Dumbarton Bridge, and then for 101 northbound arrival back to SSO.
Ready?
Yep. Just smoothly add the power, keep the plane going straight. Get on the bottom part of the pedal so you're not on the brakes.
Coast Guard 6545 Palo Alto Tower, transition approved over the Dumbarton Bridge to the south, Palo Alto altimeter 3041.
3041, Coast Guard 6545.
55.
All right, not bad, not bad.
And heading 320.
Yeah, we'll just wait just a little bit longer before you hit.
Okay.
Just get a couple hundred feet up more, then we'll turn. A clear day today, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
All right, now you can turn 10 degrees to the right. We'll just take it all the way
Tower
out.
54 Bravo, pull up, do hold short, runway 31, 1 arrival.
Out to the Dumbarton Bridge.
Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, I'll call your base.
You'll call my base.
How do you shut that off? The flight director button?
Yeah. By the way, the reason that came on is when you press that one, press that button right there.
Medevac Coast Guard 6545,
see the flight director comes up. So that's what happened. That's how that came up. When you press that.
If I press it again, does it get rid of it or no? No.
Be nice if it did. It doesn't though. So down here to the left, this is the pocket of homes that we're just, we want to avoid flying over. That's why we come out this way.
We are not a medevac helicopter. We're just out for a training flight.
Coast Guard 6545, roger.
That's good.
Or not quite?
Not quite.
Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turn base, runway 31, cleared to land.
Turning base, runway 31, clear to land, 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
And you can set in 2,000 as your altitude. Just set that in there. There you go. That sounds
Cessna 54 Bravo, runway 31, cleared for takeoff.
Left turn.
Ground number 31, ready for departure.
Chavia 54 Bravo, runway 31, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 31, copy.
Cessna 30 Kilo, pull up 2, hold short, runway 31.
And continue turning. There's a little.
30 Kilo.
Cirrus 2 Alpha Mike, contact ground.
That's hard to make it up. There's a low part of the hill over here. Just right about
Calling
through
tower
here.
unanswered, say again.
It's about a heading of 210.
68 Foxtrot, ground number 31, ready for departure.
All right, that's good. Right in there.
Cessna 90968 Foxtrot, follow to tower, number 2.
Number 2, 68 Foxtrot.
Check. All right, looking for the stadium, football stadium. Oh, I see it. Do you see it?
Yep.
All right. Or somebody right at
7 Foxtrot Alpha on Zulu, contact ground.
somebody right at our altitude, right over here somewhere.
Cessna 30 Kilo, runway 31, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 31, clear for takeoff, 30 Kilo.
2,500 at this point.
Cessna 68 Foxtrot, pull up 2, hold short, runway 31.
I want to see where this guy is
runway
first.
31, 68 Foxtrot.
All right, he's over there. Okay, you can climb. He's right at the top of the hill here, right below the ridge. A dark plane, that's why it's hard to see. Now you see it?
Your eyes are better than mine. Oh, I see him now.
Yeah, helicopter.
When he gets to
All right.
the...
Let's go 3,500 then.
Cessna 68 Foxtrot, upwind Cessna is right traffic, left Dumbarton, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Runway 31, clear for takeoff, 68 Foxtrot.
Cessna 5 Mike Tango, frequency change approved.
Just say Roger. 5 Mike Tango.
Chavia 54 Bravo, runway 31, clear
Said
for the
frequency
option.
change approved, which means you can, we don't have to be on the frequency anymore.
We could have been off of it on our own, or not really?
Well, we could have once we left off. We normally stay with them until they say frequency change approved. But when they do that, I usually just say Roger. Just let them know I heard.
Could we respond frequency change approved?
Yeah, you could.
75 Mike Tango?
Yeah, you could just about say anything. Or if you don't say anything, that also is okay because, like you said, we could have already switched.
Must be a breeze here.
Maybe yes.
8 knots.
As we cross over the hill here, it's not unusual to maybe get a couple bumps. It's very, very temporary. All right, so how can we know what airspace we're under right now? Remember how to do that?
Without ForeFlight?
Yeah, without ForeFlight, using this. Here, reduce power a little bit too. See these? Well, you see these blue lines here, the segments. These right here. Those boundaries.
Huh?
See those? Well, that's the airspace. Now, if you press this button right here, press it, it brings up a cursor. And if you move that by joysticking it, it will tell you the dimensions of the airspace. So we're coming up on 6,000. Right now, under this one here, we're under 4,000. Right? So that's just a quick way to know what airspace you're going to be under.
In my simulator, I have not figured out how to run the joystick feature of that, or if it's even possible.
Yeah, it's hard.
It may not be.
Yeah, hard to know. It's because it rotates, it leans, it pushes, it does a lot of stuff. It'd be hard to model that.
I'm able to push it and rotate it.
Okay.
Because there's a little rotating arrow that shows up. It's still a push function to me, though. It's all a push function.
There's a way to do it.
The mouse.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's climb up to 4,500 then. 4.5. Now let's actually have the autopilot do it. All right? So the first thing you do is you turn on the autopilot. Oh, no, there. Push it and let go of the control. Now, what it does is it freezes, it keeps the wings level, and whatever we were doing at the time, it's going to freeze it. So when we turned it on, we were in a climb like this. Now, it's going to, right now, if we want to capture that altitude, we have to pick a vertical speed mode. So here, hit vertical speed, ES, and you'll see that show up. Now that gives you can adjust that up or down using the up-down buttons, the climb rate. Push down, see how that goes down? Each push is 100 feet. Right, so it's 500 feet per minute. So ALTS means it's armed to capture this altitude. Now, as I said before, we're just climbing now up to an altitude. Right now, though, we're in what's called roll mode, which happens when we first turn it on. It's just keeping the wings level. It's not navigating to anything in particular. It's just going level. But say we wanted to fly using the heading bug, well, you want to press that to center it, and then press heading mode on the autopilot, right. Now you're ready to, do something with it if you wanted.
Such a nice day out here.
Now we're leveling off at 4,500. Okay, and this, when you know you've locked in, is when it stops flashing, and it shows that. There you go. Now you bring the power back. All right, let's turn.
Somewhere over there.
What's that?
Somewhere over there.
Okay. For now, let's disconnect the autopilot. The easiest way to do that is just press that red button right there. Good. All right. And that'll disconnect. Now, it still leaves the flight director up here. If you want to get rid of that pink flight director, you have to press the FD button. All right, now you're hand flying. Let's turn to the left to a heading of about 150. Let's just point down the coast. Mainly outside, not so much the instruments. Idea here is just to... Plus you'll feel a lot better if you look outside when you do it.
I think we did slow turns last time.
Yeah. You did what?
I think we did slow turns last time as well.
You thought these were steep? Oh, wow.
It was my first hour in a Cessna. Everything was new.
That's good. Way down there you see Monterey Peninsula. Monterey is on the tip of that, near it.
I did that flight to Monterey from Santa Cruz.
Yeah?
Well, from San Jose, really, but through Santa Cruz over to Monterey. The 22. 2,000 feet.
Oh, yeah? Okay, let's point a little bit more to the left. let's go to about, I just want to get away from the sun here. Okay, a little bit more that way. All right, the first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to have you slow the plane down, and in the process we're going to lower the flaps, and we're going to kind of get into a slow flight mode here. I press this and center the heading bug just to keep us on track. Okay.
About 1,700 RPM, a little more.
This is good, but the next thing you do is get the first notch of flaps in. Okay, that'll help start slowing it down. You could be under 110 for that first notch. Yep. All right, so go ahead and do that. All right, it works better if, and then push forward to keep the plane from ballooning up. And then now as we get down below 85, then you can just throw the rest of them in. Let's go all the way down. Boom. All right, hang on, good. Okay, good. Now we're slowing down still. And right about here is where I start to pitch up now, because if we don't pitch up as we slow down, we're going to lose altitude. And then also begin to add power back up to about 2,000 RPM. All right, so as we get really slow, you actually have to add power to keep the plane flying level in this. So this right here, 55 knots at about 2,000, this is slow flight for the purposes of the flight test. This is what they'd be expecting. Holding a reasonably constant heading, constant altitude. All right, now we're going to, while we're doing this, it's a little slow, so just pitch down a little bit. So pitch will control your airspeed, and then if you have to add power to hold your altitude, you do that. So add some more power. This really teaches you the importance of pitch for airspeed and power for altitude. Okay, while we're doing this, let's turn it just a shallow bank turn to the left, no more than 10 degrees bank, while we're still, gradually get back up to our altitude, right about here. And just a nice, smooth, gradual turn. When you're flying in slow flight like this, you want to avoid any steep bank turns or any abrupt turns, because you don't want to inadvertently put the plane into a stall. Now we are losing some altitude, so you just add a little bit of power to get that power, the altitude back. Now, if you look straight down out the window, you can see how slow we're going. Isn't that amazing?
Ground speed here somewhere?
Ground speed is right here, 36 knots.
Wow. A 24 knot headwind, it looks like
here. That's right, yeah. We're at about 40. So this is about 55 miles an hour. Not even that, no, it's about 46 miles an hour. All right, now we're going to go back to normal flying. So go full power all the way in, pitch down, right rudder, and then just raise your first notch of flaps only.
Well, I did too, I think, by accident.
That's right, yeah. And just bring it back up to 4,500. Raise all the flaps, that'll help. But you notice how the plane drops down when you raise those flaps. That's why we don't raise them all the way.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting away from me.
TIS not available.
Okay, so we're going to center the heading bug. So I'm going to just be quiet. I'd like you to just kind of go through that process, just slowing the plane down with all the flaps. Just try that one more time with no coaching from me. Just, there's no hurry to do it. Just, you know where we want to get with it.
4,500 and about 55 or so with slow speed.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta slow down. Low 110, so I can put the first notch in. Low 85. The second notch in. Flaps.
All right, just get back on your heading, a little bit to the left.
You want me on the heading bug? I just noticed that.
And then as we start to get slower, it'll be necessary to add that power back in now. As you start to get slower, to go into the 50 range, you do have to add power as you pitch back. Okay, that's about right. It's about the sweet spot. It's good to stay. It's good to stay in this phase for just a minute or two, because this is what the plane feels like as you're landing it. I mean, this is your full flaps. You're about this speed coming into land, so you just have to get used to how the controls feel versus when you're going 110. It's just the controls are a little bit softer, mushier. Okay, good. Let's go back to normal flight.
The first notch up.
You want to do it in such a way that you don't get the major drop. So you just want to do it at a very measured rate. So that
second one up.
Everything remains pretty constant.
And full flaps up.
All right, very good. Okay, we'll do a 180. We'll turn this direction. We have this guy out here who's actually, he's right there. Where is he? I think I see it. Okay, yeah, let's turn around and go the other direction. All right, and then we're going to just briefly, we're not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I just briefly wanted to review the power off stall. It's really just an extension of slow flight. So what I'll have you do is just go through slow flight, just do that series of steps one more time, and then up to the point where, we'll change it up a little bit, but it's very easy. If you think of the two as being very similar. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so on this one here, on this sequence, I'm going to have you go a little faster and just keep it moving a little bit. So I'll talk you through it.
Get the slow flight faster?
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be, we won't go all the way down to slow flight because we're going to be doing something different. But, okay, so press your heading bug. All right, go ahead and do that.
Try to get away from the sun a little bit.
Okay, good.
Well, that puts you into it, doesn't it?
Fine.
Oh, no, we have a high wing here. I forgot.
Okay. Power comes back a certain amount. Okay, pitching up a little bit. 10 degrees of flaps, come down. Okay, pitch down, keep it under control. Keep it on your heading. All right, waiting for it to go under 85, which hand on the flaps. Okay, go ahead.
Flaps?
Yeah, go ahead and push them all down. Hand back on the throttle. Now pitch down slightly and just bring your power all the way back. All right, power all the way back. All right, so this is the difference. If we were going to go into slow flight, we'd pitch back, we'd add power. But here we're doing something different. Power all the way back.
All the way back.
All right, good. And now you're going to just start to pull it back gradually into a power off stall. Okay? Once you get the stall, the recovery is the same as for slow flight. Full power, level the wings, we'll start to raise the flaps. But I just want you to just take it nice and slow. Nice and slow. Because this is really what landing the airplane feels like. Because now you're pulling back into the stall range. So we're about ready to land. Boom. This is what it feels like. This is how far back you should be pulling on a landing. Okay. Right there, full power. All right. So when you feel that, bring your power back a little bit, all the way back again. When you feel that you've hit that point, you got to go immediately full power, level in the nose. Okay, that's the recovery. All right, try it again. All right, pulling back. You felt that stall though. It isn't much, but it's there. All right, just slowly creep up on it. Slowly keep on. Once you feel the nose drop ever so slightly, immediately just jam that power in. Okay, almost there now. Good. Full power, jam it. Right rudder, and hold the nose up just slightly. Right there. Okay, right there at the horizon. Got to gain airspeed, then you can start raising your flaps, just like you did with slow flight. All right, good. Just, I'm going to take the controls for a minute. Okay, my controls. All right. That's all we're going to do on that today, but I just want to demonstrate. All right, so on that, again, I'm going to center up my heading bug, bring my power back, under 110, I'm going to 10 degrees of flaps. And under 85, I'm going to go full flaps, bring the power all the way back.
TIS not available.
Right. So this is really the starting point for the power off stall, is your full flaps, power back, descending. Right. How you get here really isn't that important. It's not it's okay to be losing altitude because we're approaching. This simulates an approach to landing. Right. So this is where we want. And then from here we just start to gradually pull back. But watch as I get that stall. I'll call it out. Then watch what I do with my hands. Immediately I'm going to go full power, right rudder. Okay. There's the stall, full right rudder, push, and keep the nose right on the horizon. A lot of people when they recover, and then flaps come up. A lot of people when they recover will actually overcompensate and they'll actually point the plane down somewhat when recovering, but the idea is to stay level. All right, but we're going to work it, that's okay. Later flights will work more on that. I just want to keep that fresh. You can have the controls. All right, let's climb up to 4,500 feet. And since you asked for it before we head back, we're going to do the steep turn.
Oh, I didn't ask for that.
You may not do a whole steep turn. We may just be able to do a part of the steep turn. Okay? And actually, we won't even do this. The first time we do it, we're going to just kind of do it in stages. I think last time we did this the first flight. I'm going to have you bank over for 30-degree bank. But what's very important here is you'll do yourself a big favor if you look out the front of the airplane and not look so much at the instruments. Okay.
I got my bag just in case.
I know that, but I don't want you to get to. If you felt,
I wanted to make sure where it was.
All right, well, if you feel the least bit uncomfortable, then we'll stop. But But I'll guarantee you that if you fixate on these instruments through the entire maneuver, you will make yourself sick. Right? So you can glance at these, but then go looking out the outside. That'll be your.
Did I put the power back, or did you pull it back?
I didn't pull it back. I think what I did is I loosened up that screw.
It might have come up by itself.
I know, I loosened it up. You had it pretty tight.
I didn't touch it.
You did?
This one?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, yeah, it was really tight before. You see how it's looser now.
Power's back again, out.
That's right. Good observation. All right, so normally I would demonstrate a steep turn, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to
add to them.
I don't want to cash in one of those tokens.
Right. It doesn't affect you at all, or a little bit.
You know, it's
1.4 Gs.
Huh?
1.4 Gs. Okay, we're at 45.
It just means you weigh like 50% more in your seat than you otherwise do.
I'm 300 then.
Okay. All right, so let's just stay here for a minute. When starting a steep turn, the first couple things we want to get used to doing is setting it up right. So let's aim for something out in the distance, the center of the heading bug. All right, press it and get it nice and trim for level flight. Okay, if you let go of the control, it should just stay here. And we want it about 2,300 RPM. So I'm going to bump up the power just a little bit. Up there, okay? The reason I say that is we want the airspeed up around 90 to 95 in level flight. Okay, so the reason I point this out is, you know, history shows that the more time right now we're climbing though, you don't want to be climbing. The more you can get this trimmed exactly right, the better a result you're going to have in the steep turn. All right, if you don't take the time to properly trim it, let go. Okay, let go. When this is black, that means we're not going up or down. When there's a number in it, we're going up or down. So that's black, that means we're level. There's a delay to that though. So you have to be careful. Okay, so this is good. This is what you want for your setup. All right, now, we always will start with the left turn first. Don't ask me why, but we always do.
Because the right turn's harder.
Well, for many people it is. Now we're going to bank over this first time. We're just going to bank over to 30 degrees. Okay, and we're going to do a turn at 30 degrees.
Want me to lower the speed a couple
no, we're good. We can do it.
30 degrees.
30 degrees.
4,600.
Uh-huh. So and again, I want you to look outside the plane. This is more of a visual maneuver than it is an instrument maneuver. You know that when you go into the turn, you're going to start to lose some altitude, so you may have to pull back just a little bit, okay? The idea in the steep turn is you want to stay ahead of it. You don't want to get to the point where you're going down, because to try to recover from that is very difficult. All right, would you agree this is not that hard?
30 degrees isn't too bad. I know 45 is not the best.
It's what?
45 is not the best.
Well, you know, it's not that much. But if you can be used to 30 here, all right, then
I know 45 takes some back pressure.
That's right. 30 is about where you don't need it. All right, but now we're going to go now. As soon as we come out on our heading, we're going to roll. We're going to do one to the right. Okay. We'll do one to the right at 30-degree bank. All right, so go ahead. You'll help yourself too if you look outside the plane as you do this. And don't roll too fast into it, just make it nice and gradual. Because you're just doing everything you want to do to protect your inner ear, okay? And you'll protect it by not whipping into the turn, but going gradually into it, okay? So go ahead.
To the right?
Yep. Just nice and gradual, looking out straight ahead. Let your brain get used to it. All right, and then we're going to do one set of 45s now. That's all we're going to do. All right, we're just going to do one set. We'll take a rest in between there because I want to talk about something. Okay, very good. And just gracefully roll out on your heading. Usually about 20 degrees before you reach is where you start it. All right, and there you go. Wonderful. Okay. All right, so that's, all right, we're going to bring the power back just a little bit. All right, so now you mentioned in the turn, you're correct. As we go into the steeper turn, you have to apply a little bit of back pressure, but equally important is you have to add power. Okay, the power is what's going to really help you in this turn and not get, there's two ways to preserve your altitude. One is to add power, the other is to pull back. But pulling back is very inefficient because all you're really going to do with that is tighten up the turn. So that's when it gets very uncomfortable. So you want to try to maintain the altitude with bank and power, not so much, well, not so much with bank, but more so with power. But you'll see what I mean once we do this. We'll start at 4,600. Keep your hand on the power now throughout this maneuver. All right, so are we pretty good set here? Okay. Now just start to roll over, start to bank. Right.
Are we a little bit low on speed?
We're good. Yeah, we're good. Well, I'll bring it up a little bit, yeah. 23.
Is this a pressure button here?
Yeah, that's a knob. It's a screw. It's a knurled knob that you can tighten it up with. All right. How does it feel? Pitch down a little bit. You're at this speed. When this yellow arrow is about that high above the horizon, that's level flight, more or less. When it's up like this, that's a climb. When it's down like this, that's a descent. I mean, so you really, if you can kind of get used to looking at this, that'll keep you more, honest. Okay, let's go ahead and start that turn to the left. All right, and you look at the instruments just to get established, but then look outside. All right, come and bring it over now. Bring it more over, more, come on. There you go. Now right about here, let's try to pull back ever so gradually, but bring it over some more, looking straight ahead. All right, and add some power. Add power, and bring it over some more. We'll hold it right here now. Look straight ahead, and you just have to pull back just a little bit. You don't have to make it crazy, all right? But you're just about doing a steep turn. See, it's not that bad.
It's right there.
Yeah. But now look straight out. Now just try to hold that picture all the way around. See, we're losing a little bit of altitude, and it just means a little bit more back pressure, but you don't have to do it so it's so uncomfortable. Okay, and let's roll out. Roll out, bring it back to normal, reduce your power, pitch down a little bit. Okay, good. All right. So that's all, feeling it?
I was holding my breath that whole time.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll work on that. You did nice, you did well. You did well.
I'm good for a couple of those, and that's...
I know, yeah, we're just going to do one to the right, and we'll head back to Palo Alto.
That ruins my day.
Oh, really? Oh, my God, okay.
Isn't the Santa Cruz right here?
Yeah.
Parents are there right now.
Okay, well, I'll drop you down, we'll let you parachute down.
Watsonville?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and make that right turn. Just to whatever point you're comfortable. And then just...
Okay, so I need to... Let me go 4,300 maybe?
Okay, let's go that. I'll let you take your time, get set up. Now, once you get to the point where you can breathe during the turn, that will help you. Holding your breath doesn't really do much for anything. Except maybe further increase your stress level.
Oh, okay.
All right.
43.
Okay, here you go.
Knots.
Here you go. All right. And right in here, I'd be adding some more power now. Okay, I'd be add more power. Okay, add some power. And now a little bit of back pressure. And look straight ahead now. No more looking at the instruments. Look straight out the window. The whole time here. Don't worry about the numbers. Just look at the picture. Follow the picture all the way around. A little less bank. Just steepen it up.
Okay.
Okay, you can come out of it now.
So what did I just do?
It got a little steep. Okay, you breathing?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. You passed today. That was your wake.
My wake, yeah, I like that.
Have you felt that before? Yeah, okay. Let's go back to Palo Alto. Nice job.
Palo Alto. Through here?
Well, I'll let you figure that out. How are we going to do that? Got any idea how we've done this before? We could do that.
Oh.
Yeah?
It's the only way I know.
All right. Do it.
Oh, I just messed something up. Enter?
Enter, enter.
It's over there, but I want to go through the lower part of the mountain.
Do you want to go through that?
I think so. I'd prefer it.
All right, let's see what lies ahead. Just we have to keep airspace into consideration.
Okay, what's this airspace here?
How would you figure that out? I want you to figure that out. Do what I showed you.
I don't know if you pushed it or just... Where are we at here? 8,000?
8,000.
And going into 6,000.
Yeah. So that's a nice little tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That way we should never have to worry about airspace. All right, well, if we come in from this direction, then we can end up doing a straight in for landing. That's fine. But we'll come down, because going through here kind of point us at San Jose, so we'll kind of come in over the Apple headquarters and for landing.
My parents see that cement, the cement boat, the Palo Alto?
Yeah.
They're about a mile south of that boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long have they lived there?
They've had that house since '89. They live in Sunnyvale by Ortega Park. If you know
I
Ortega
see.
Park.
It's another house.
Another house. But they go there every Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah?
It's good because my dad needs that.
Otherwise they just hang around Sunnyvale.
Well, my dad's up first thing in the morning.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
What does he do?
Landscape still.
Oh really?
He started the company 50 years ago. In '68. $4,500, and I have to watch my altitude while I talk.
All right, let's go. We can go faster. Let's go faster.
What about the top of the green there?
Yeah. So yeah, the whole steep turn thing. You're not. I mean, I'll tell. I mean, you don't have to, nor will you ever get to the point where you'll like doing them. Probably won't. That's okay, because in normal flying, you rarely do them anyway. There's no real reason to do a steep turn.
You require them on the flight review? Sometimes?
I may or may not. If I knew that it was creating a problem with somebody, I wouldn't. I mean, you have to be able to answer your question. No, I mean, if it was a problem, I wouldn't insist on it. You already did it for the check ride. That's all you have to do. But the main thing on the flight review is just to make sure that the person knows how to land an airplane, that they're going to be safe, they know how to talk on the radio, that they haven't gotten too rusty.
I remember when the storms came in the 80s, broke up that ship.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Sister ship is up in Vancouver, kind of like a blockade to stop the swells from coming into, I believe it's a lumber yard or some sort of harbor.
Yeah.
So it's like a wave break. Somewhere outside Vancouver, in Canada.
Why'd they put that one there?
It was a casino, I think. Or at least dining and dancing and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's supposed to be really nice. Why am I going so high?
So I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change the plan. Let's go back over that way. Let's go back. There's the low area that we came through before was over here. That's the low area. That right there.
Oh, this is the runway I land at on the sim.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is your runway there?
Not a public one.
Oh. Oh, is that Bonny Doon? That might be Bonny Doon.
It might be.
I think it is. Yeah, I've not landed at Bonny Doon.
I think it's private, right? Yeah, it's private. I land here all the time because it's short and challenging.
I was with a friend. We drove up to the airport to look at it, and from, we were outside the fence, but just looking at the shape of the runway, it didn't look like any runway I'd want to land on.
Well, not with 50-foot trees at the edge.
No, but the runway itself was in disrepair. We're heading back here. What would happen if we lost the engine right now?
I'd have to make a spiraling descent probably to this airport.
Every plane has what's called best glide airspeed.
Yeah.
The best glide airspeed for this is 68 knots. So if we were to lose our power right now, it would feel like this. You'd want to pitch up to keep the nose level, all right? Keep the nose reasonably level, and then use your trim wheel, hold it level, and reach down in 4 big turns down on the trim wheel. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and that's, if you let go of it, let go of it. No, let go of this, let go of that. That should pretty much put you in a range where you're pretty close to best glide airspeed. All right, reasonably close. All right, it'll go up and down, but just so you don't have to spend 5 minutes looking for 68 knots,
just spin the wheel back.
Just hold the plane level. I'm going to go back and just cruising along, mind your own business. You lose your engine. The nose wants to go down. You hold it level. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't pitch up though. Just hold it level. All right, you were climbing there. So yeah, this is level flight right here, more or less. Oh, it is level. It's level attitude, rather. All right, so that's fine. All right, let's go back. You can go back, add some power. I'm just going to give you a preview of one of our next lessons, which is emergency landing procedures. The first step is to just do what we just did. Get the best glide airspeed. That's always the first step. When you're traveling at best glide airspeed, 68 knots for this plane has a glide ratio of 9 to 1. But if you're 6,000 feet in the air in a no wind condition, that means you'll glide 6 miles. Did you stop breathing again?
Yeah.
Okay. We have to work on that. I'm gonna have to have you recite the ABCs while I'm teaching these things.
Backwards?
No, just keep you talking. Because you can't hold your breath and talk at the same time. Okay, we'll go back to Palo Alto. That's enough surprises.
Where was this little thing right here? About 1 o'clock?
What's that?
A little valley in the mountain ridge?
Well, let's, yeah, where was it? Right up here, I think. Yeah, it's right up here. You have one little, that's the San Jose one, that's the Palo Alto one, and then there's one that's a little crossing over area a little further up by San Mateo. You can see where Half Moon Bay is way up there. So we're quite a bit to the south. All right, let's have autopilot fly us to Palo Alto. We're going to do that.
We're on the line right now. I don't have to go direct enter, I don't think.
All right, well,
do you want me to?
I'm going to let you figure out whatever you want to do.
I'll fix that because the line will tighten up a bit. I'll go to autopilot, nav. Which one do I press first?
I press autopilot first.
Autopilot in nav mode, GPS.
And for lack of anything else, I'd press Alt, just to freeze your altitude at wherever it's at, okay? Because otherwise, if we were slightly descending when you push the autopilot on, so it's going to maintain that descent unless you do something with the altitude. So if you press Alt, it just locks it into wherever you are.
This map has terrain avoidance on it as well?
Terrain...
awareness?
Awareness, yeah. So okay, so how can we find out? All right, so if we saw nothing, now there's a dedicated one over here too. You could get to the terrain one. This is terrain, just terrain alone. If there's no yellow showing, it means you're at least 1,000 feet above anything in front of you. Now if I range this out far enough, you'll see the Sierra Mountains out here. But this kind of gives you the range, range rings. So within 12 miles, we're 1,000 feet above anything here. May not look like it, but it is.
No, it doesn't look like it at all. Looks like I can pick the grapes on the way over the ridge, is what it looks like to me.
All right, let's descend down to 3,500 using autopilot.
And do it after the ridge?
Oh, we'll do it now.
Really?
Yeah. 3,500. Yeah, I do it maybe 300 or 400 feet per minute down.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
That's why I did 100.
All right, you can bring your power back a little bit. All right, so we're going down to 3,500. I'm going to push a little bit more. All right, 300 feet per minute. All right, now we'll begin to see this arc here, by the way, tells you where you're going to be physically when you hit your target altitude. So that's tied to that. That can be helpful sometimes if you're trying to avoid airspace. If we begin to see yellow show up here, which we may, that might indicate that we are getting closer to within 1,000 feet of that terrain, but let's watch it.
There's no antennas on this.
If there was, it would show us. And yes, it seems like we're low, but in order to clear the airspace, that's what we have to do anyway, because now this is growing, we're getting more yellow here, so that's this over here. Right in here. Oh, this is 6,000, okay. I suppose we could level off here. How do we do that real quick?
Oh, press this 3 times?
No. You just hit Alt, and that just freezes it.
Okay, now I feel better.
He wants you to feel good.
We're 500 feet above that ridge right there.
How do we know that?
Hello?
No, that's less than 1,000.
Oh, yellow's 1,000, okay.
Yeah. So that elevation over there is about 3,200, looks like. We're at, we're about 900 above it. That's another way. That's another handy use of that arrow.
They're saying this is lower, even though back there this looked like it was the same altitude, same elevation as that mountain.
Well, looks like that's a little lower than what's up ahead.
We got shoreline right there.
All right, so we're under 6,000, and
are we still doing a straight in approach?
Oh, actually, we're going to come around this way, I think. Which would you rather do?
Well,
You rather do straight in?
practice, I'd probably rather do the pattern, but for ease,
Okay.
I'd like to do the straight in.
For ease?
So either way.
All right, let's go down this way. Disconnect your autopilot. We need to get the ATIS for Palo Alto. Let's do that.
There.
Let's get the ATIS.
Probably this one, because we talked to ground.
10. Sky condition 10,000 scattered. Temperature 14, dew point -2, altimeter 3041. GPS approach, runway 31 in use. Hazardous weather information available on Hawassa flight service frequencies. Use caution for bird activity in the vicinity of Hawassa Airport. Feedback, hold short instructions and runway assignment.
For now, just aim for Moffett straight ahead.
Advise initial contact. You have information, Tango.
All right, Tango.
Delta time information, Tango 2047 Zulu observation, wind 340 at 6, visibility 10. Sky condition 10,000 scattered. Temperature 14, dew point -2, altimeter 3041. GPS approach, runway 31 in use. Hazardous weather information available on Hawassa flight service frequencies. Use caution for bird activity in the vicinity of Hawassa Airport. Feedback, hold short instructions and runway assignment. Advise ground control departure request. Advise initial contact. You have information, Tango.
All right, Tango. All right, so we got the tower. Now I'm going to turn this up. But we're going to talk to Moffett Tower first. So yeah, up on COM1, put in 119.55. 119.55. 1955. Then flip it. All right. And we're going to talk to them first, but we're not going to talk to them quite yet. We have information, Tango.
Do they have an ATIS as well on theirs or no?
No, we won't. If we're not landing there, we don't have to get it. Turn off that flight director.
Good afternoon, Moffett Tower, helicopter 4 Romeo Hotel. Coyote Hills, like to get the transition overhead this heading towards the Lexington Reservoir. We'll keep it clear of the Charlie, currently showing 800.
My house is over there by the Apple.
Oh, yeah?
Helicopter 4 Romeo Hotel, Moffett Tower. When able, reset transponder squawk 0374.
Let's go over there.
0374 in the box, 4 Romeo Hotel.
4 Romeo Hotel, roger. Moffett is landing and departing runway 32, altimeter 30.